If you find yourself with a camera in your hand and want to learn how to use it, please subscribe to this channel, like the videos, comment below. Hey Photos family, today we're talking about work ethic, and I know you all have a good work ethic, otherwise you wouldn't be out there doing this photography thing on your own, building your own studio. But I want to talk about a couple of different aspects to work ethic to encourage us all to build a stronger work ethic. We can always use some advantages, we can always use a little bit more work, and as a lifestyle, we're always learning, right? So let's dive in here. Work ethic. The three areas I want to cover today are being visible, and that can have some marketing aspects to it, can't it? We can also be very sure we work hard on making prompt results, right? Otherwise, they're going to be leaving bad reviews about our studio and not getting their pictures on time or whatever the case may be. But prompt results have some other thoughts there for us. And then value to your customers. Not only are your packages what they're coming in for a value, but you're constantly and this, please don't hear this in the way that it's often taken, because we've been talking about being in sales. We're always selling. Our images, no matter whether we're doing portraits or anything else, are always selling, right? We're selling our ability. We're selling our work ethic. We're selling our quality. We're selling our style. And so the value too is important, because if we're not upselling, if we're not downselling, if we're not giving a cross sale, then we're not communicating our value in the real essence of it. So let's dive in a little bit here and talk about these things. Visibility, practical thing. I lose track of it, and I'm never slow, silent, not doing anything, because I have the client in studio, right? I'm busy doing something for the next shot or whatever else. Make sure in that regard that the practical thing is you're always visible to the client. I don't want to leave my clients in the studio feeling as if they are alone. I had to do some things that I didn't want to do. I didn't want to have to adjust the lights that I was finding I had to. I wanted to get my lights set up for this portrait shoot the way I was going to have it. But I made sure to have an assistant with me. And when I left and I was out of their eyesight, even though I was just behind a background or anything, I could still talk with them. I was still there, present, very, very present. I was not visible. I was out of their line of eyesight. So I had my assistant there, working with them, talking with them, working on the next thing, and making sure that before I left, my assistant knew what shot and pose we were setting up for. So there was that ability. My assistant could help them get ready for the next shot while I went and quickly adjusted one light in one place. So that's my kind of basic level up is be aware of your client's line of eyesight. And if ever I step out of that eye of line sight, no, that's backwards. Line of eyesight. Woo! Then I need to make sure that either my assistant's there, or maybe I need to make sure when I get set up for the photo shoot that those things, those obstructions are taken away if they're not specifically set up to that portrait shoot. If it's not specifically involving a model, so that perhaps it's not necessarily a portrait shoot. Maybe I'm hiring a model in to shoot a product, and so the model is either wearing the product or holding the product, exhibiting the product. And then I prefer, if I'm dealing with a person that's not in my staff, I like to have me or my staff in the line of their eyesight at all times. That's just one of my preferences. Visibility is key all the time. Not that I don't trust them, not that I don't expect they don't trust me. They're here in my studio wanting me to take their shots, so they trust me some. It's more the I guess the aspect of good hosting. You don't leave your guests alone if you're hosting in your home, or if it's a business setting. You never leave your guests alone. You always want them to feel comfortable, at ease in somebody's presence they know. So that's visibility. Prompt results, obviously, yes. That there's always that after a shoot, they get their files in the determined time or before. Um, but prompt results is what I'm talking about. Is a little bit before. They come in expecting a 30-minute portrait shoot, deliver in 15 to 20. So that if there's excess time, such as that, you deliver a couple more shots with a couple different poses. So that way you have more product to choose from, but then you also later have more items to upsell on or give a down sale. What are upsells and downsales? We'll get into that in a later episode. But if you're doing a good quality shoot and you know it's good quality, it's not a question. Uh, Nobody's going to give that excuse of, well, it was just poor quality. Maybe they just didn't like the price. They are cheap on price and they don't want to pay even a good going rate in the market. That's an excuse. That's not a true objection. And in fact, I've found in those cases, oftentimes I could stand to go up in my package price. And then, yeah, perhaps I wouldn't get those customers anymore, but I would still get a good amount of customers that are willing to pay the higher price, and they're much happier with it. They make no excuses about it. So that's the issue. But with prompt results of being able to turn out a good quality shoot in less than the expected time and being able to grab those extra shots of those different poses, I now have, quote unquote, the third item is value to offer that client at a later date. I can come back if they are portraits and suggest that they buy this other package of other shots for a price, and it's a lot less time for me. We've talked about that before. Being able to remarket those shots that we have within 6 to 12 months later, and offer them that opportunity of buying those items in a um, lesser price obligation, or what's the word I'm looking for, without our extended or growing exposure to more time needed, because these items are already available to us, they're already edited, and we just need to deliver them to the client. Excuse me. So those three things I find important in my quote unquote work ethic. And I call it a work ethic because it's something that I'm constantly pushing forward. I constantly want to make better, and I constantly am working for my client, whatever the client may be, um, corporate, private, um, individual is my thought process. Whoever the client may be as far as the individuals are concerned. But if it's a corporate institution, the client that I work with in that institution is the whom. If it's a product, then I'm working for the institution or the company as well. But um, the visibility, and it's a marketing thing. It's not just um, the visibility is not just visibility in studio during a shoot, but it's also the visibility of getting work done. A lot of times, the video shoots or still shoots that people are involved in that have anything to do with uh, videography or photography, uh, the visibility is itself its own marketing item, and you're seen out doing stuff in public, and so you're getting more people going, oh, I wonder where he shoots, or what this is that he does, and that sort of stuff. So you can have business cards that your assistants hand out, or have some sort of labeling on your vehicle, on your bags, and maybe even you have a sign set up alerting people as they come up that you are shooting in a given area and they're entering a possible shot line. And so they may be seen in the background. Some people may be very private and don't want that. So this is kind of an extra tip in that visibility, the type of, or that visibility point is some people, if they're private, they may not want to be caught in some distant background or whatever the case may be. Even if they're blurred out, they would take a different pathway around where you are, and be sure to stay out of your line of sight. But the key to that is you're creating visibility. So make sure to get your name, your contact information out there, an email address, a website, a phone number. That's always key to being able to get more clients later on down the road. Thank you so much for watching. We look forward to your comments in the video comments down below, your thumbs up, so that this video content can be seen by others and help them improve, level up, and get better 1% at a time as we are here. And if you are not yet a subscriber, we would love to add you to our family by quickly click that subscribe button and become a member of the Photos family. Thank you so much. God bless.